Okay, we're live. Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing on this earlier than normal Tuesday? I usually do the show at 7 o'clock, but we have the fortune of having China Guitar Skeptic here. So we went a little bit early for the time change, and I'd like everybody to welcome Mike. How are you, buddy?
Hey, my friend, thanks so much for doing it earlier again. It's well cool of you. And thanks everybody for turning up. I've just seen loads of the same names coming in and watching my my little premiere about an hour ago. I thought it'd be cool to do it as a premiere so that I could tell people that I was coming on and get a few extra faces in here. But it's really good to see you, my friend.
That's good to see you too, buddy. It's been a while, and we had such a great time the first time. I thought, what the hell, let's do it again.
Yeah, we had such a good time. Always have a good time with you.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. No, you're awesome. You're awesome. Like, let me just say hello to everybody because we got now we're at 17. So
Wow,
just go through
yeah.
it. Okay.
So not everybody's watching Rick Beato then.
yeah. I'm sure he's hurting from all the subs. The viewers are taking away, right?
Hey, Jack.
Yeah. Okay, we got Alex Rodford in here. Welcome. Ben Coombs is here. Welcome. Nice to see you.
Hey, Ben.
Who else we got? Dave R's Guitars. Hey, buddy.
Awesome.
Nice to see you. My good buddy Todd Flowers is in here.
Hey, Todd.
Hey, Todd. Nice to see you. Guitared It. Welcome.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Oh, that's nice of you, Ben. Two of my favorites. He goes, Guitar Hack and China. That's awesome, buddy. Appreciate that, man.
Bless
Will
you.
Varela is in here. Quentin J. Okay, Quentin James is in here. So I got a thing where we count to 3 and we got to yell Quentin.
I know. I've done it, and I typed it once.
So you're familiar, right? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do mine as ASMR though, if that's okay.
Okay, ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Quentin. Oh, got an extra special one there, Quentin. There you go. Okay, let's see who else we got in here. I just want to make sure I hit everybody. I'd like to welcome everyone. Jack Clark is in here. Welcome, my friend.
Todd,
Benny Allen, nice to see you, man.
Love it.
Okay, if anyone's Aaron Songs, hey man. Vinny 5150, how are you, my friend? Lefty Mike, how's it going? Hey Jamal. Jamal is probably at work as per usual.
Yeah.
Dry Heat 480. How's it going, Charlie S? Lost Smoke. Hey, man. How are you?
Cool.
Okay, I think I caught everyone.
Yeah, I've got Aaron Songs, Ben Coombs, Charlie S, Denny Allen, Dry Heat 480, Guitared It, Jack Clark, Jamal Kareem, Lefty Mike, Lost Smoke, Quentin James, Todd Flowers, Vinny 5150, Will Varela. There you go. Did we miss anybody? Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Oh, Buck Lester just popped in. Hey, buddy.
Hey,
how are you? In before Buck Lester. In before you get to 80. Yeah, I've been on a bit of a roll lately. I've been hitting 80 the last few weeks. Sonia, welcome. How are you? If anyone's, let me just say this: if anyone has any questions for China Guitar Skeptic or myself, just to make sure that we can see it, please tag us. So put at Guitar Hack or at China Guitar Skeptic, and they will pop up.
And if anyone can tell me how to do that on a mobile when I'm laying in bed, that'd be really cool, because normally I wake up at silly o'clock in the morning and catch up, and I always put the at in and then I start to type it. When you do it on the computer, it just comes up. Whereas when you do it on a mobile phone, you kind of have to try and type in every letter of it. And when you've got people that are called blah, 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 blah,
yeah, I know. The long names are the worst, eh?
Yeah.
Somebody just popped into. Oh man, Brad Miller is here. Hey Brad, how are you, man? Rat Wolf, welcome. There's a name I haven't seen in a long time. How are you, my friend?
Good to see you all.
Okay.
How is everybody? How is
everyone? And Sonia's here. Did I mention Sonia? Sonia, welcome. Yeah. Brian Cote just popped in. Everybody's popping in now. This is fantastic. Thank you all so much. Well, we got 24 people watching, so this is fantastic.
Beautiful.
Okay,
wonderful.
So we were just talking off air. I don't know if you all have seen it, but China Guitar Skeptic, or Mike, was completely over the wall receiving that Framus guitar. Now, I got to ask you, is that the exact one that you were playing at GitCon?
It is the exact one that I played at GitCon, and that Phil X played at GitCon, and was played in a number of the live jams. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh man, is it? Absolutely. And I love that guitar. You want to see the thickness of the neck on it. I mean, you talk about a 59 neck. This has got like, it feels like about 15 inches, 59 inches deep. What, do you want to have a quick look?
Yeah,
shall I get
it, man.
Shall I get it straight away? Should we go straight there, shall we?
Yeah, let's go for it, man. I know you're about it. Let's go for it.
I've hardly put it down, so it'd be a pleasure to pick it up.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Nocturnal Butterfly is in here. Dale Palmer's in here. Welcome, folks. Thank you all so much for popping in. This is fantastic.
So,
wow.
There she is. Yeah.
That is sweet, man. That's a satin black on it, looks like. Is that, Mike, is that a satin black finish on that?
No, this is what they call, believe it or not, I thought it was a stealth, sort of like a gunmetal grey, but this is called olive green, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I can't find any green in it at all.
It's on the camera. Well, you know, it's not satin. You're right. It's got a bit of a sheen to it, but it does not look green at all on camera.
No. Have a look at the thickness of this neck, man.
Yeah, that's wow. You're obviously comfortable playing it, right?
I love it. I love it. It just felt absolutely right from the very first time I picked it up. Absolute. Oh, don't dink it on the mic.
No.
Yeah, absolutely love playing this. Really, well, it was just the guitar that I gravitated towards at GitCon. I'm going to go and put it down before I do dink it.
Yeah, no worries. Let me just welcome a few more people. Lars Guitar, hey, man.
Yeah, so...
Sonny's asking... Sorry, Mike. Sonny's asking, is that a Variax type? But no, it's not, is it? It's just a straight guitar, right?
Yeah, it's just a guitar, just a straight guitar, yeah. And people are asking on the unboxing video, how come with one pickup there's 3 switches, but there's like a single coil and then a out of phase, so that it puts them, or it puts it in series. I think it's series, single coil and humbucking. So that's the 3 settings on it. And
yeah, that was a question I was going to ask you, because I thought originally that would have been like a P90 pickup, because I know that's what Phil prefers.
No, that's actually the Phil X pickup in that from, oh my word, I can't remember where he gets them from, somewhere in New York or Jersey or something like that. But yeah, oh, that I should know, shouldn't I? How many times have I reviewed that guitar now? And then I bought it, and all I know is it's got a big X across the pickup. You saw.
Right. Janice Lala walked in. How are you? Nice to see you. Oh, my good buddy Guitar Pit is here. Hey, man. Hey, Guitar Pit. I'm still waiting for that message.
Cool. Good to see you, Pit. That's brilliant. I
finally saw the light and bought a Les Paul.
I follow him on Instagram as well. So
yeah, he's a good dude. He's a good dude. Okay, cool. Okay, so again, if anyone's got any questions, please tag myself. Lefty Mike, how are you?
Hey.
If anybody's got any questions, please tag at Chinaguitarsceptic or at Guitar Hack, because Denny Allen is here. Man, the chat is flying. We got 32 people in here right now.
That's cool, man. Awesome to see everybody.
No, yeah, it's a great community, man. So
yeah, Todd's asked, no tone control. There is a tone control on it. It's volume and tone and 3-way pickup selector, although it's on the same pickup.
Yeah. No, that I mean, that little bit that you played sounded really nice.
Oh man, I can't wait. Literally, I have yet to put it through the 2210 Marshall.
Oh man.
And I just can't wait to get it into that little beast. And also I literally, I've got it out. I've plugged it into the little Marshall to do the demo with and the unboxing. and I was so excited to get it out, I didn't even bother miking up. It was like, no, I've got to open it and I've got to play it. But I've yet to play it through anything else, because every time I get it out to plug it through something, it's like, do I go through the Marshall? Do I go through the Dark Terror? Do I go through the Tiny Terror? Or actually, should I put it through the Axe Effects? And it's like, and I just end up sitting there with it acoustically, just noodling about on it. And I haven't been brave enough yet to plug it all in. I can't wait, literally, to put it through the 2210. That's going to be
well,
fun.
you know what? That what you just described is an awesome problem to have, man.
Oh yeah, there's worse problems that you can have. Hey,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Guitar Pit's got a question, and I should mention Bam Ozzy is in here as well, and Dante's BMX Capades is here as well.
Hey, one and all.
Welcome, folks. Guitar Pit is asking, how did CGS make a choice on which Framus to get? He must have struggled after playing all those other master-built ones.
Hey, man. Yeah, for sure. Do you know, if I could have afforded it, I would have bought all the ones I played, although I couldn't have bought the HP one because it belonged to... Oh, now his name's gone out of my head again. But this happens to me all the time. I'm getting old, hey? But there was the black one that I did the second demo of, that belonged to somebody. And yeah, I loved all three of them. I could have easily... Well, there were probably 20 guitars there that I would have absolutely loved to buy. In the end, I had to make a decision, and... this little beast just, well, every time I picked it up, I seemed to play differently to how I normally play.
Yeah.
And if you get a guitar that makes you play different and makes you play, I don't know, not like yourself, then you know that it's doing something to you. And I just immediately, I made a connection with that guitar. The second I saw it, we went down on the first morning of GitCon, and Over was on the stage sort of talking to everybody and introducing everybody, and we were all up on the big screen in the corner, which was a weird feeling when you stood next to the company I was standing next to, and they're all appearing in their little videos, and then there's me, little old me, with this shot here saying how excited I am to be going to GitCon. And all the time Over was talking, I was just looking at this guitar, thinking, that's the first one I'm going to do a demo on. As it happened, I didn't actually get to do my video on it and looking over it until the very last morning, because it was in such demand. People were picking it up all the time. Wow. And there were two of these. There was this one and the one that Dr. Rick bought with the two P90s in, the natural finished P90, double P90 guitar. And I never got to play that because he played it, and then a couple of other people sort of had a quick go and a demo on it. I don't think it made it to any other videos because Dr. Rick just went, I want to buy this. And had I known that I could have done the same with that, that wouldn't have appeared in so many videos. So I'm quite glad in a way that I didn't, because it's got some real heritage to it now. You know, the man himself, he's played it, Felix.
Well,
I'm going to see him actually in June, I think it is, 29th of June at Wembley Stadium. And while we were at GitCon, he invited me to go backstage with him. Wow. So I'm umming and ahhing over whether or not I trust taking it with me, because I'd love him to sign it. You know, that'd be so cool. Yeah, but I don't think I'm going to be brave enough in the end. I'll probably just get him to sign something else, like one of my butt cheeks or something.
Yeah, well, you know, you can always, the thing is, you want to play it, so you got to get him to sign it on maybe the back of the headstock or something, where you can still enjoy the guitar after the fact.
Absolutely, for sure. That's exactly where I would have it signed, on the back of the headstock,
and then laminate it, and so that it stays there forever.
Yeah, get some clear coat over that for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, we got a lot more people. This is crazy. Thank you all so much. Dale Palmer, if I haven't said hello. A few more people popped in here. Let me just go down here real quick. Dwayne Doucette is here. Just woke up from a nap. Welcome, Dwayne. Hope you're feeling all right, buddy. Alex Bradford is here.
Hey.
Pooh Ninja is here. How are you? Todd Graff.
How you doing, Ninja?
Yeah, Weedy Guitar Studios.
Awesome.
Thank you all so much, folks. Thank you all so much.
So good to see you all.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, you know, your enthusiasm when you opened that was infectious.
Oh man, the thing with it for me was I'm making another video at the moment to explain why I was so out of breath for one, and why my heart was racing. And you won't believe it. I don't want to spoil the surprise because, well, I say surprise, it's not a nice surprise. I have to say, I had an absolute fright getting this guitar because, let's face it, it ain't cheap. So you'll know what I mean when you see the video. I think it'll probably be next Tuesdays or the Tuesday after. I forget how many I've got. I've been really good this year because I took on board a lot of what the other guys at GitCon told me, especially Shane from In the Blues. And so I've been trying to stay 2 weeks ahead with my upload schedule so that there's always something coming out at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday and at 1 p.m. on a Friday, Eastern time. So I've been pretty good on that, and but I can never remember how many Tuesdays or Fridays ahead I am. So it might be next Tuesday if I've got it wrong, or it might be the Tuesday after. But I've done a little story on that, which is a bit of a shocker.
Oh, that's cool. Something to look forward to for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Craig Reckless is here. JJ's House of Jams is here. Wow.
Hey, man. JJ, how you doing?
Oh, I did a great interview with JJ. I mean, JJ.
Yeah, I caught a bit of that. I think I caught a bit of that. I think I was in bed again.
Probably it was late for you. Yeah,
I'm always in bed. I'm always in bed when all this happens, which is pretty sad. But you're the other side of the world from me, so
yeah.
But yeah, I love that, and he's a good bloke, JJ. Nice to see you, man.
Yeah, that neck being that thick. Well, obviously you're comfortable with it. Like I can't imagine playing a neck that thick.
Do you know, it is thick. Even for me, it's thick. I mean, I quite like a thick neck these days. Like I've completely changed since the days. I've got one. I think on Friday I do a video, and I'm pretty sure it is this. It is this Friday. I've got my Jackson Dinky AR demo coming up, and that is really thin. It's tapered from the heel down to the nut, and it's really thin, and the action's really low. And as I've got older, I've liked thicker necks and higher action, which is crazy. I guess as your fingers get stronger, it's almost like you want something to fight against to gain that little bit of extra control over notes. And I'm notorious for being poor at my bending technique. So I'm seriously thinking about not only raising the action, but also going to a heavier gauge of strings on this, because I think currently it's got 9s on it. But
yeah,
I'm thinking I might go to 10s or maybe even 11s, but I'm scared to do a setup on it. I'm scared to even look at it.
It's funny you mention that as you get older, because I'm kind of going the opposite way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I mean, I did 2 shows in 2 days. Just this past weekend was nuts.
Yeah.
And I got to a point at where I didn't have enough strength in my hands to bend notes anymore by like the last set of the last second day.
You just seen that comment as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike. Mike Bradley's
here. How are you, buddy?
Just come in and said you're a notorious bender, Mike. Thanks for that, mate. It means something completely different in the UK, you bugger.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to touch that.
No.
But yeah, I'm kind of going the other way. I'm going for like even, I mean, and I'm pretty wussy as it is. I mean, in the sense that I'm playing nines and low action and all this kind of stuff. Anything that'll make it easier to go, right? Like,
oh yeah, for sure, absolutely. I love you too, Mike. That's really bless you. Yeah, I think the thing is that the longer you've been playing, the more you want to sort of dig in and just I don't know. I just love that guitar. Mike's here, so let's ask him. Did he play that? Mike Bradley, did you play this one at GitCon? I can't remember.
Mike, chime in, please. You're in the chat, and welcome. Great to have you in here, buddy.
Super awesome.
Yeah, I had a chat with Mike a couple of weeks ago, and that was an absolute blast.
Yeah, he's a dude.
He's a great dude, man. Good dude.
He's my guy. I can't wait to get him over here. We've got a date now. We've got a date in the diary, and it's can I see it close up, please? Yeah. You just want me to drop it, don't you? Hang on.
Yeah, Guitar Pit, it's because I'm old. I agree with you, buddy.
There you go. There's the X. I forgot to show you on the pickup.
Okay, yeah, you can see it now, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a humbucker. And we've got Tone Pro's bridge. And let's have another look at how thick this neck is. Mike Bradley, I remember playing a neck this thick.
Oh my God, that's ridiculous.
I know. It's got to be over an inch thick.
Yeah.
Huge.
Huge.
It is huge. It's huge. Yeah, I absolutely forget how low the ceiling is. I managed to not hit it. Yeah, I love it. Love it. Hey, Cheddar's in. Hey, Cheddar, Kung Pao.
Oh, hey, Cheddar. How are you, man?
And R2R3.
And yeah, R2R3, welcome. Scott Nickerson, Mitch Heyman. Hey, folks. Thank you all so much for popping in.
Yeah, it's way cool. Everybody's here. The whole gang's here. It's lovely.
Well, here we got 49 people watching. This is awesome.
Cheers, my friends.
An afternoon, this is pretty good.
Am I struggling? I'm not. I never struggle bending on anything, Mike. You know, as you said earlier, I'm a real bender.
Yeah. So that how was it jamming with Rick, Dr. Rick, man?
Oh,
that guy's a monster.
It was awesome. And once I've had Bradders over to do our little bit after GitCon, I'm going to release another video, which if you like that one, you'll love this one because it actually features me, Mike, Shane, Dr. Rick, and Pete Thorne, all in the same video.
That is awesome.
Yeah, man, it's really cool.
To get all those guys together is a feat, I can imagine.
Yeah, I couldn't believe how much footage I still had left from GitCon, and I've still got 3 completed edited videos. They're the last 3. It was an infamous jam. It was awesome, and I just can't wait to show you all. Yeah, I know. It was amazing. Mike Bradley saying forgot about it, but we were actually being filmed by the Warwick Framus people. Now, I've been saying Framus all this time, and somebody corrected me the other day. Apparently, the Germans pronounce it Framus. Is that right?
Framus.
Yeah.
Cool. No, that's great, man. That's great.
So they recorded it for their sort of little vlog while we were over there. So I haven't seen it yet, and I don't know if Mike's seen it, but I've definitely seen our version of it. Don't you remember, Mike? The girl came up at the end and started recording us while we were jamming out. It was wicked.
Oh, that's great. Like when you get stuff captured that's unexpected and you don't realize it. Yeah, that's really cool.
For sure. And I've got no, you can't remember. You can't remember what you did yesterday, though, mate. Hey, what colour socks have you got on? I'm going to buy you a new top when you come over here. By the way, I'm fed up with seeing your armpit. We're going shopping, man.
Well, we got James Severin in here as well. Shauna Marie Sings, welcome.
Hey, Shauna Marie.
How's everyone doing? Hope you're all doing well on this Tuesday afternoon. Well, Tuesday afternoon here anyway. Mike, I was drunk a lot at GitCon.
I don't recall that at all, Mike. Actually, I you know, probably because I was as well. Uh,
Yeah. So
yeah, Framus.
From
Cool.
okay, he's that. Yeah, Framus.
Okay.
Odin Stan.
Yeah.
25 in Scotland. There you go.
Oh man, it's 8:25 down here as well. What a coincidence.
There you go.
Cool, man.
Is that common in the UK that you'll have the same time? Is that?
Well, come on. In the US and Canada, you don't have the same times, but we do.
Well,
Yeah.
that is very, very true. Yeah. There are differences here for sure. Yeah. So, you met? Are you like? I gotta mention this because as a guitar player, I mean, I watched you're playing the Framus when you got it, and I watched your clips from GitCon.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you, man, don't sell yourself short as a player. Like
Oh,
your own, my friend.
oh, bless you. No, I'm never know what to say. Whenever you meet other guitar players, and we're all so supportive of each other, and I think that's a really, really cool thing about this community, particularly this community. And I never know whether to say thank you or hey shucks or oh no I'm not. The only sort of measure that I've got that makes me maybe often say that I'm not much of a guitar player are the awesome players that I've got to play with. One of them's in the room here now. Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing as well, as I was saying to Mike, as you'll see on, I think I don't know if I edited that out actually, but I think it's on our video when I chatted to Mike that I took a big break out of playing when my kids were younger, and also sometime before that as well, because I was developing a couple of other businesses. So I started when I was 14, so that should have been years ago, but I had a hiatus of about 10 years, and I can only really, from my own perspective, judge based on how I feel I used to be able to play.
Right.
And I'm nowhere near the guitarist that I used to. I mean, I was quite pleased with how I used to be able to play. I was pretty accomplished, and the thing is, it's not like riding a bike. You do have to practice guitar, and when you go away and come back to it, you've kind of got to relearn it a little bit. But that's been the great thing about YouTube. Accidentally starting on the tube has meant that I've played a lot more than I have done for years. So that's really cool. But
that's a very common theme. What you just mentioned. I mean, I don't know. I don't think we're that far apart in age, and a lot of folks our age took a break.
You're 60 as well, are you?
And yeah, like yourself, I stopped for me it was almost 12 years.
Wow. Yeah, and it kicks you in the butt, doesn't it? It really kicks.
You gotta relearn how to play. I mean,
For sure.
Yeah, and like yourself, it was the same thing. The kids and the job and the whole family thing. And I went back to university and all that kind of stuff. And I honestly never thought I would play again. I kind of gave it up actually. And I got an opportunity to have a younger brother who got me back into playing, and he literally lined up a gig for me.
Wow. Now that's the way to get back into it, isn't it? Hey?
I tell you, it's the best way to do it. Throw you in the deep end. It's like, I got a gig in a month. You got to learn 36 songs. I'm like, I can't even play a C chord.
Man.
And but it was great. It was great, and ever since then, so I think I've been back now at this point, maybe 6 years or so. So
I got to get back into playing in the band. When I did come back to guitar to begin with, it was mainly for that same reason. Actually, a buddy of mine said that I played with years ago. Basically, he was let down by a couple of guitar players in a row, and said to me, "Can you come along and join in and sort of help us out, I suppose, of a little fix?" And I said, "Yeah, but I haven't played guitar for 10 years." He said, "You'll be fine." Oh man. He gave me the set list to learn, and I picked up the guitar, and it was like, what happened to you?
Yeah.
It was like I'd only been playing a month, and it was, oh gosh. But Hey, I'm back now. We're both back now, and I'm going to get gigging again soon as well. I'm going to get back out with the band. I've got a lot of big plans coming up. Again, without saying too much, because it's not all done and dusted. But there's a bit of a life change coming up for me, and I will be doing a video on that as well. But I'm really on it now. I'm really back on it, and I love my playing. I've got hopefully some more time, some more free time coming up soon that will mean that I can do a lot more. And I'm just gonna grasp it with both hands and go for it, because I think it's the time. It feels right.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Things happen for a reason, as they always do.
No, you know what? I mean, I thank God that that happened.
Yeah.
And it got me back into the music, and I'm into it more now than probably I've ever been. And yeah, trying to recapture. I'm still not what I was. I was way faster before. I could.
Hey, the thing is with speed, although actually I've just clicked on Robert Baker's video tonight, the release tonight, and I've said to him that I'm going to join him on his little exercise. I don't know if you've seen that one, but if you haven't, check it out later on. But he's going to do this like month-long challenge, and I'm going to go for that. But normally for me, it's not about speed. What I really miss, and it's weird because I've got so bad at it, is the control on bends and vibrato. And I didn't think I would ever lose that, but that's where I went backwards so much to like almost month one. My vibrato suddenly got really fast and uncontrolled again. It was more like sort of somebody having a bit of a stress outfit on the guitar than vibrato. And I'm going to get back into that control. And for me, a lot of stuff, because I like to write, is about the hook, about the tune, and about the emotion. And that's where my brother Mike Bradley is so cool. He's got emotion and tunes in spades. So that's kind of where I'm heading. I will get some more speed back in my playing, but with the tapping stuff, we can all do a bit of speed. Hopefully not before we come on a live stream, though.
No, see, I'm okay with the bending and the control and the vibrato and all that. My issue is speed. It's two things. It's speed and it's endurance. Right. Like if I play fast, it has to be in short spurts, because my hands just tire out. Like I got nothing left.
Yeah.
So it's more, whereas when I was playing in my 20s, late 20s, early 30s, I could go for a long periods of time. I mean, there's no limit, right? And now it's like I do this for like a couple of minutes, and I'm like right away start cramping up. So it's funny how it's different for different people, right?
It is, and I think it depends what sort of music you're playing, and especially if you're writing your own original stuff, there's no right and wrong. But what you do want in your own original stuff is you want good hooks, and you want a good melody. You want something that I was always with the originals band I played in 20 plus years ago. We had a huge following. But literally, you could come to one of our gigs, and the next gig, if not the same gig, on some of the numbers, you would be singing along by the end, because it was all about the hook and about the catchiness. And I love that kind of stuff. And I don't feel necessarily that that's gone away. And it's actually the only thing I don't have to try with is the writing side of it. But it's like soloing. Everything that I play when I solo, I was watching the Thursday night jam when I went up with Mike to do While My Guitar Gently Weeps, and I was watching that back just this morning for the first time probably since GitCon, and I was just thinking everything's so pentatonic and bluesy and predictable, and I'm using all of my standard stock riffs.
Right.
And what I really like doing, and what I encourage anybody to do, is actually what David Wallerman encouraged me to do, which is to go outside of your usual, you know, just approach it from a different angle every now and then, and all of a sudden you get these new ideas and new shapes and new runs. That's, oh man, it's just, you know, awesome. Oh, JJ's off. JJ's House of Harley. JJK's House of Harleys.
Take care, JJ. Take it easy, buddy.
Yeah, my friend.
Let me just say hello to a few more people. EVH and Gear TV is here. Welcome, buddy. How are you?
Hey.
This dude is here.
Yeah, I go with that, Cheddar. Absolutely. Great idea, man. Every time you're stuck in a rut, go learn some new songs. Yeah, it does, really does help, because, again, learning new numbers, you're learning new riffs, you're learning new stuff, and it's really good to develop you into a new idea as well. So, yeah. Do I still have Greenie Moore? Yes, I do, James. It's right here. Well, Greenie Moore 2. I don't know if you know, I gave Greenie Moore 1 away to a buddy of mine who I played with before, probably one of my earliest bands back when I was 16, going back to the Ice Age. He stopped playing guitar as well, and I gave him Greenie Moore once I'd finished doing it up. But I've got Greenie Moore too, if you want to see her.
Yeah, bring it over. I'm just going to read this comment from EVH and Gear TV Network. A lesson I learned from Paul Gilbert on the show: always be vibrato ready whenever you are on the neck, has helped my vibrato game 100%. There you go.
That's good. That's good. That's a good bit of advice. Paul Gilbert's always giving good advice, though.
Oh, that's sweet, man.
Yeah, well, it's sweet, but it's a fake, man. This is Greenie Moore. This is the Chinese fake. So
yeah, it's a pretty good fake.
it's a little bit like, how can I put this? I can't put this politely. It's a little bit like a cheap hooker. It's nicely dressed up and looks great on the outside.
Very nicely, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. You know, the one thing.
However, you're not taking it home for your mother to play.
You know, the one, I'll tell you, the one thing that I mean, I don't know if you have the same experience, because we're kind of, you know, when you come back to playing, the one thing that I can do a lot better now, being older, I guess, is I listen a lot more now than I did when I was younger.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do you know, man, that is the best advice to anybody as well. I do a lot of singing tuition. I teach singing. You wouldn't know it from listening to me sing, but I do a lot of breath control and voice control. And I've always said, and I think it was Rick Beato that I said this to, and he said, you know what, man, I'm going to use that in one of my videos because it's so true, which is, you get people that say that they're not singers, they can't sing, and I always maintain that everybody is a singer. What you've got is, you've got non-listeners, and you've got to be able to listen and relatively pitch notes, and that's the same for guitar as much as it is for singing. So it's about listening. Everything's about listening and training your ear, and you can do that while you're listening to other people's stuff. You know, if I often say I don't watch a huge number of guitar channels. It's increased quite recently, just because of the amount of people I've met on YouTube, yourself included, Ben, and all the guys I met at GitCon. I watch all of their stuff as well. So I'm watching more than I ever did. But you can learn there as well, just by listening and sort of picking up on stuff. And one of my biggest problems is like tuning the guitar properly. And it really annoys me, because I'll play and record while I'm doing a video, and I'll think, hey, that sounds cool. Yeah, brilliant. And I'll edit it the same day, and it'll still sound good. I can come back to it the next day and I have to redo it, because I listen to it and I think, damn, the B string's way out of tune. And it's like, do you know what I mean? It's these. Yeah.
You just reminded me of something. I had Shane from In the Blues on a while back, and offline we were talking about you know, being pitchy and bum notes, and he said you should make a T-shirt called "Bum Notes" or "Pitchy and Bum Notes" or something. But no, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, sounds like a good double act.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Dwayne Doucette is asking me, is that a new Marshall behind you? No, Dwayne. I had that thing for about it'll be a year soon, and I just did 2 shows with that this past weekend, so been using it for a while. EVH and Gear TV, I had a fresh guitar experience yesterday, 35 plus years of playing and never changed strings on a Bigsby. I had a few curse words. I stay the hell away from Bigsby's for that reason.
Yeah, I'm still missing a finger from the last time I tried to change the strings on a Bixby.
Yeah. You know, it's funny you mentioned about the singing. I am now doing a lead vocal. I don't sing. I do backup vocals, right? And I've never considered myself a singer in any capacity. And the band that I'm in, well, I'm in a couple of bands, but the one currently now, they're pushing me to sing.
Go
So
for it.
they actually got me doing a lead vocal, and I do it and I cringe.
Oh
But
man,
you know what I find?
you just got to go for it. You just got to go for it. And
Yeah.
I bet anything you like that you're a good singer.
You know what I find, and maybe you could speak to this because you teach you know, vocals, and that is, I find the more I push, like, you know, and actually feel the pressure in my ribs,
Yeah.
which would be your diaphragm, actually the better you sound.
Yeah.
The more you push.
It's you shouldn't be feeling necessarily pressure in your ribs. What you should feel is it's like this big lump here comes out, and then it kind of comes back and up under the ribs, and it's about getting that tension to be able to control the breath. And the best, I mean, I'm not going to do a vocal lesson on here. Let's be fair with all these people watching. It's a kind of a one-to-one thing. But if you think about when you really laugh, when you belly laugh,
Right.
yeah, and you can't stop yourself. Do you know the times when your tummy sort of moves up and down and jumps about?
Yeah.
That's where your diaphragm is going into sort of a funny 5 minutes of a spasm. But really, it's all about breath control and being able to breathe at the right places. Make sure you've still got plenty of breath left, and give it support. And if ever you find that you're straining around your neck, or your neck standing out like that, you're definitely singing from the throat, and you need to try and sing. I mean, there's so much. It's
well, my wife is a singer, and
yeah,
so
it's but she'll know. And also the important thing, and not many vocal tutors start with this, which is good vocal health. And you know, I'm the world's worst because I love a drink and not water. But anything that'll dry out the vocal cords or that'll take any of the good moisture away from your throat is not great. And also, you need to warm up. It's like anything. You wouldn't go for a run without stretching and without basically getting ready to do that. And a lot of singers just go straight in and just start singing straight away. And yeah, it's not that straightforward. So, but get some background on it and get some lessons, because there's some real good vocal tutors out there online as well. And so you can get a lot of this stuff online. And it's well worth checking out. I've not properly been. I'm more of a drama teacher than a singing teacher, funny enough, these days. But it is important to do it right from the word go, because you start damaging your voice, and that can take a long time to fix. So jump in, give it a go, definitely, but don't be pushing it so that you feel like you're getting hoarse. Really feel that support, and make sure you breathe. Keep your tummy underneath of your tummy, where your diaphragm, and in fact the diaphragm's 2 muscles. You've got, people think it's 1, but it's not. You've got 1 under each rib, and collectively they're called the diaphragm, and you've got to keep those, I'm not going to say tense, but you've got to keep them fluid and mobile, so that you can tense them and push more air out when you need it. But it's very difficult to just. That's where the online singing tutors often fall down, because trying to describe what really is a physical thing is very difficult, very, very difficult. Anyway, we got off on a right old tangent there, didn't we?
That's all right. That's all right. Rick Romanelli is here, and he's mentioning in his comment, he says Clapton hated his voice. So there you go.
Oh man, I hate Clapton's voice as well because it's so damn good. You gotta love it. Oh, thanks, Shauna Marie. That's really cool, because you do a lot of singing. It's nice to hear that sounds like the advice that you've had as well. Thank you for that.
Yeah, and Shauna Marie's mentioning my wife as a powerful vocalist. I've got a lot of YouTube live stuff where my wife is singing. So anyone that's up to my channel has heard my wife, and I've said this once and I'll say it again. She is the best singer I know. Zipfix Guitars is here. Gary Holt. Welcome, everybody. I hope I've said hello to everyone. If I haven't, I apologize. The thrash.
Thrash metal and fun riffs. Hey.
Oh, you got 55 people watching. Thank you all so much. This is fantastic.
That's good. Good turnout.
Yeah, no, for 4 o'clock on a Friday, this is Marsman is here. Marsman is lurking, by the way.
Hey, good to see you, my man. He's always commenting on stuff.
How are you? How are you? That's cool. Yeah, you know, so you're talking about getting back into playing with bands and that. And yeah, you know what? At the end of the day, at least, I mean, I'm only speaking for myself, but that's what it's all about. It's performing. You know, in any capacity. I mean, you know, just playing in front of a crowd is always such a rush.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Yeah.
You can't beat the smell of the audience and the roar of the grease paint.
Yeah, really. I think someone, did I miss anyone? Barefoot Mode is here. Buck Lester is here. Welcome, folks.
Hey guys. Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've missed any questions. I know I was rattling on forever.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep an eye on you and the chat. So again, if you want to address myself at Guitar Hack or at Chinaguitarsceptic, it'll show up, and I'll make sure to grab those questions.
Yeah, Shauna's giving you going back on it a bit, is giving you encouragement there as well. Hack, you know, I agree with China Mike. Give singing a go.
It's, you know what it was. At the end of the day, we were. Oh, Aaron Songs is leaving. Take care, Aaron.
Cheers.
Thanks for popping in. And Henrik Viking is here. How are you, buddy? Yeah, you know, it all kind of came. There was one song that we wanted to cover, and we have 2 other guys that sing, and it was out of their range, and they couldn't hit it. And then I tried it, and I was able to hit the notes. So it's like, well, why don't you sing this? And I'm like, oh God.
Awesome, man. There you go.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
I know you've got some pipes there, man. I definitely know you've got some pipes.
I got a big mouth. That helps.
You know, that's not a joke. It does. It does help sometimes. Have you ever seen Devin Townsend when he's doing some of his vocal fries, and he seems to get his chin to touch his tummy button? It's like, oh, and it's absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, I totally agree with that, Mike. Mike Bradley said it's all practice. The more you sing, the more you'll get confident, which is the biggest factor. Totally.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no. Like, yeah. I mean, you know, from the first time you do it to the second to the third, it always feels more comfortable every time you do it.
Yeah, for sure. Nocturnal Butterflies off. Take care, my friend.
Take care, Nocturnal.
And Will Varella's asking me if I have a gig in band. No, I don't, and I need one. I want to get a gig in band. So if you're in the south of the UK and you need a guitar player that can't play, let me know.
I don't know about not being able to play, but Blasty is here. Welcome, Blasty. And there was someone else that popped in that David Ennis. Welcome, David Ennis. How are you?
Love you too, Quentin.
Yeah, you're awesome, Quentin. Quentin rocks.
He does.
Yeah.
He's the man.
Yeah. So like, how far are you along in your, are you at the point where you're just saying you're looking for Have you got anyone lined up?
Yeah, I've been working with the same bass player now for 4 years, and we've gone through about 5 different incantations. We started off in a band that I went through joining from. There's a local thing called Join My Band in the UK, and I answered a want ad in there, and went along to play in this band, and oh, it was dire. But the one good thing was that I made real good friends with the bass player, and he's awesome. He's a great guy, and Matt and I have been playing together ever since. We then went and we were a 3-piece, and there's a few recordings on my channel of stuff that I was doing with Matt and also my buddy Ian on drums. And then for one reason or another, which probably I shouldn't go into, personal reasons for Ian in his life, he was a bit poorly and couldn't do it anymore. And then we sort of went through about 2 or 3 drummers, and then we decided to get singers. And so we've been messing about for, I would say, good 4 years now. And before that, I was gigging quite regularly, but that was in a sort of a function band, and it was all covers, and we were traveling all over the south of England, and you know, holding down a full-time job, that wasn't good for me. So in the end, and also the band politics got a bit much, so I decided no, that's enough for me. But yeah, I think Matt and I are still, we've got a couple of other little projects on the go at the moment, but we've got another guitar player that I've known for years and years and years, and also one of the first drummers I ever played with, who was in the function band with me, and also plays in about 5 other bands locally. They're all really keen to get and work with me to do some more original stuff. Cool. So yeah, but the thing is, I think what I'll probably end up doing is writing sort of an EP or an album's worth of material and then recording it, and maybe we'll just gig on here, you know, in the studio, just do it live on here. And then
you got a built-in audience. I mean, I got more people in this chat that I had at Sunday's gig, so there you go.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Well, the last gig I did with my originals band before, it was a ticket-only affair, and it was in a relatively small pub that's now been knocked down to make a carpet shop of all things. And what happens to the high street? It's terrible. And we had 200 tickets to sell before the gig, and we sold out literally in no time at all, and ended up with another 200 in the beer garden and leaning up against the windows outside. Nice. I don't think I'm ever going back to that sort of thing again, and I don't sort of have any aspirations to, but I quite gladly go and play sort of pub gigs to 50, 60 people on the local circuit here and have fun with it. You know, it's not about money. It's about getting out there and just playing in front of people.
That
totally connection with the audience, you know.
I totally concur with that. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know,
you're right. It's since the smoking ban, BA Mozzie, yeah, it is that pubs have they found it more and more difficult, and also bands have found it more and more difficult for 2 reasons. Number one, the audience keeps going out to have a fag. And number 2, they need to build in more breaks in the set, because most of the musicians I know still smoke as well.
That's right. That's right. Oh, Brad Miller's off. See you, Brad. Thanks for coming in. Michael B is here. Welcome, buddy.
Cheers, Brad. Hi, Michael.
Michael B just got a new neck for his bass, so he's all pumped about that. Saw that earlier.
Super.
That's cool. That's cool.
Nice one, man. They ban plastic bags and straws. Yeah, that's a good thing though, man. Have you seen the state of the oceans with all these little tiny bits of plastic? Let's ban plastic and start using paper bags again, eh?
Yeah. At this point, I'm just a weekend, like we were talking off air, I'm just a weekend warrior, you know.
Yeah.
Play on the weekends, and I do strictly covers at this point, you know.
Well, you dance as well.
Pardon me?
You dance as well. Oh, sorry, that was an English reference. We got a thing over here called Strictly. It's called Strictly Come Dancing. Oh. That's such a dad joke. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't get the reference either, being in Canada. But anyway, it's all
No,
that's all
no, no.
good. But yeah, so it's just a weekend warrior thing, and but people come out for a night and they want to hear some music that they recognize and they want to have a good time, and that's basically that's all we really do at this point. Oh,
Yeah.
Mike Bradley's off. See you, Mike. Thanks for popping.
Yeah. Take care, Mike. I'll touch base with you as always. We're constantly in touch, but we'll definitely get in touch. We've got a date in the diary, folks, so we're going to stick to that this time.
Oh, that's awesome.
Better stick to it, Mr. Bradley.
We're all looking forward to you guys finally getting together.
Yeah, not as much as I am. I can't wait.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be really, really cool.
Says he's got a question here. After Brexit, will Great Britain return to an agrarian society and abolish the monarchy? No, definitely not. I think the whole point of coming out of Europe is to regain our sovereignty, and one of the biggest things about sovereignty is being a nation that still has a sovereign. So no, I think it's probably the last thing that will happen if we do finally manage to get out of Europe. We're all sick to death of it over here. I don't mind saying I'm a Remain voter because I think you're better off in something and trying to change it from within than without. But even I am now feeling just get on with it and do it. We're fed up with hearing about it over here, to be honest.
Yeah. BV Ninja's got a comment for me saying smoking no good for you, for your vocal cords. Have to give up those cigars. That's not happening, BV Ninja. Just before we came on, I was having a cigar. So hey, Jeff Harper's here. Guitar Hack was curious as to what all should you have under your fingers to be able to play almost second nature. Well, I'll let you answer this as well, Mike. You know what? For me, it's really repetition.
Oh, I see what you mean. Right. It's what you do to practice. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just practice the songs until you're comfortable playing them. What I try to do is I try to reach a point where it's basically muscle memory, and I'm just listening to what's coming out instead of trying to think about what's coming out.
Yeah.
And when most of the lead breaks I improvise. That's where I get my enjoyment, if you will. I do covers, but a lot of the lead breaks I improvise, and that's where I try to be creative on the spot, and that's kind of what I like the best.
Yeah,
I had a gig on Saturday night, and I was mentioning this on one of my shows earlier, and we had a disc jockey that was playing music even while we walked in, and I mean it was at ridiculous volumes where I was basically deaf, and I was playing strictly on muscle memory because I couldn't hear myself. I didn't know if I was in pitch, I lost pitch, which scared the bejesus out of me because that's never happened.
Yeah,
it was that bad. And you know what, had I not had muscle memory and played the songs, like just known them that well, because to hear, because I wasn't hearing what I was doing, and it came off for whatever reason. So, but anyway, how would you address that, Mike?
I couldn't put it better than you did, my friend. I really couldn't. It is all about practice, 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 and then the only other thing I would do other than practice is practice.
Yeah,
definitely. The more you play it, and I know we all don't think we've got a lot of time, but there's stuff, if you do want to chill out of an evening and just sort of kick back with a brewski or two and sit watching the TV, just chuck a guitar on your lap and just practice going up and down the neck without really being able to hear it. It doesn't matter. It's all about that muscle memory, as you say, and just building the muscles in your fingers as well. It's all good. I mean, I'm not one to really give advice on that because there's so many players out there, and there's so many really great channels out there that deal with playing. I ummed and ahed over it. I even started a sort of a pilot on a what was it called? Learn a Lick, which I wouldn't rule out doing some more of. But you know, I'm not really one to teach. I'm quite happy to demo stuff and play stuff and write and review stuff. But yeah, I think you put it brilliantly. You put it brilliantly, Hank. You know, it's practice, practice, practice.
If you play your scales and you know your scales and you automatically know where the notes are, and then you get to a point where you can hear the note before you hit it. Now you're composing in real time.
Yeah,
that's the key.
For
right?
sure.
I was saying earlier about being older and listening. So I think that's one benefit of getting older. You're a little more patient. And as a result of that, you're going to listen more. So when I am improvising, so to speak, I'm doing a hell of a lot more listening. And because of muscle memory and knowing where everything is, now I'm not worrying about that. I'm just worrying about, okay, I know this note's going to work. I know that's going to work. I know that's going to work. And then you're composing on the fly.
Yeah, I think it is. It's important listening. I think that's vital. What did you say?
I got a question for you.
Yeah, I was being cheeky.
Oh, sorry. I'm missing out on all.
You see, you weren't listening. I knew it.
I'm sorry, man.
It was me. I was being silly. Todd said, "What's your favorite guitar from your pile of axes?" That's an easy question to. Well, actually, I say that's an easy question, and I absolutely do adore the new Framus.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still playing the bejesus out of my PRS SE, the little purple one, because I still love that. And I think the thing with that is that's been my go-to guitar now for the last year or so. I can't remember when I did the unboxing, when I bought that. It might have been longer than that. But literally anything I play that isn't demoing something else, I've been playing the PRS SE 24 with the blonde neck. So it's a close run thing, but no, I found a real affinity with this. And I think now that it's out here, but it's not out here all the time. I can't leave her out here. She actually goes back in her leather gig bag and under my bed. Yeah. So I can't leave her out here in case it gets cold, in case the radiators don't work one night, you know.
Yeah. Sorry, HK's got a question for you.
Yeah, cool.
I was asking, welcome HK, by the way, if I haven't said hello. What musicians inspired Mike to play in the first place?
Oh, man. Well, I'm going to really show my age now, but I was a huge, huge Beatles fan.
Oh, yeah.
And I was Beatles, then Bowie, and then through Bowie, met Queen. And once I got into Queen, Brian May was a huge influence on me. And after that, I then got into Maiden and the rock scene. And so Van Halen become a big influence. Going on from that, I was really into Nuno Bettencourt and Vito Bratta.
Yeah.
And that's kind of been my journey. But I would have to go right the way back to the Beatles. So I'm going to say John and George. And George, he made my list. In fact, he topped my list, top 5 underrated guitar players, because Todd's just said no Stones. I've played so many Stones songs, and I like the Stones. Don't get me wrong. I don't agree with this whole thing that happened in the UK back then. You're either a Beatles fan or a Stones fan. I love them both, but I just happened, my first album was Beatles, and I went Beatles mad.
Yeah.
And once I got the Help album, that was it. I was Beatles all the way. But no, I love the Stone stuff. I think you can like both. I think you can, really.
Yeah. Chocolate Randy is here. Welcome. There's a new name. How are you? Ivan Carter is here. Welcome.
Hey guys.
Okay.
I'm missing some of these, obviously. I didn't see that question. I'm not seeing those faces either.
EVH and Gear TV. Someone say Van Halen. My spidey senses are tingling. He's a huge Van Halen guy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Gotta run, folks. Okay, Rick Romanelli's off. Take care, Rick. Thanks for popping in.
Cheers, Rick. Take care, my friend.
Cheers. Yeah, Rick's he's another there's so many people in the chat, fantastic players. Rick's just one of them. I mean, he's a great player. Hey, Charlie S is going. Thanks for
Cheers,
coming,
Charlie.
Yes.
Take care, man.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's funny how that first record that you get is always sort of makes the most lasting impression, eh?
Yeah, for sure. And it was a special one because I'm trying to remember. There's a famous market in London, and we visited London for the day. And my dad and his mate actually bought the Red album for me, the Beatles Red album, from a stall in this market. And so I remember carrying it round all the rest of the afternoon, and I couldn't wait to get back to a record player to play it because it was my first ever record. So I played the old man's stuff before, and he was into oh goodness me, who's the Jerry Rafferty, Night Owl. There you go. I used to put on their record player quite a bit because the old man was into that. And yeah, as soon as I got back with that Red album, that was it. I was gone. So it really does influence you. That first exposure.
I think that's the first impact. Shauna Marie is leaving. Thanks for popping in, Shauna.
Hey, take care. Oh, school run shows how early it is over there. I really appreciate you hanging about, guys. That's really cool.
Checking it out. Yeah, you know what? I got a funny story with the Beatles. So I have my daughter. You know, when she was younger, she's a big music fan, and when she got her first MP3 player, I wanted to make sure I set her on the right path. Right. So what I did is I took it and I loaded it up with Beatles songs.
Good dad.
Yeah, and she was at the time probably 8 or 9 years old, and she's going to turn 17 this year. And to this day, she loves the Beatles.
Oh, brilliant. That is so cool. And you couldn't have done a better service to her because no, does she still love them? Yeah.
Well, actually, she showed me a school project that she's doing for a media class, and she's doing like a video collage, and the music she picked was When I'm 64.
Oh,
and it's all like it's terrific. She showed it to me last night. She goes, "Dad, this is what I got so far." And she's got all the images to match up all the lyrics, and there's all these pictures of Paul McCartney and the Beatles, and she still loves the Beatles. I'm like, thank God.
Yeah, absolutely.
If anything else, she'll remember the Beatles from Dad. You know what I mean?
That is so cool, and it'll be something she associates with you, like I do with my dad. So that's really nice, man. Really nice.
No,
I've got somebody saying Lars guitar. I still remember the day I heard Joe Satriani. Oh, Joe Sat. Yeah, I love the Satchmo, man. And thought, man, check him out, all instrumental. Yeah, well, that was really cool.
Yeah,
absolutely cool. He was another real. I used to love him. And there was a guy in the UK called Dave Sharma, Sharman, an absolutely amazing guitar player. Quentin saying, ask me about cameras, lighting, and video software. What is that meant to be all about then?
It's a bit of a running joke.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So Quentin, you know, when he appears live, he's been on live a couple of times, and he's got very dim lighting. So we keep teasing him about, you know, buy some bulbs.
Man, yeah, you need one of these, man. Here we go. Look, just the other side of me. That's what you need.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so
that's professional photographer stuff right there.
It's only what I use for my videos. I just turn one round and point it at me, and then you get a better.
Yeah.
Get yourself some lights, Quentin.
The other day he was showing a guitar and he was using a lighter.
That's classic. That could be a feature. See, now you're missing a trick there, man. That's your thing. That's your mojo.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah. So we're a little over an hour. We're like an hour and 10.
No, get out of here. We are as well.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Oh man.
So I don't know. I know you were saying that you got an early day tomorrow, so I don't want to keep you past your your comfort time here. And
No,
Too late. I know it's late in the UK. So I don't know. What you want to go another 5-10 minutes? You good with that?
I'm good, man. Do you know what? You said it was an hour, and I'm thinking like we've been on here 15 minutes. So yeah, I'm good to go. I'm good. Yeah.
I was just
All the time there's people here and they wanna listen and they've got questions. I'll answer a few more of those
let me
for
have a
sure.
look here, man. We got 58 people watching.
So cool. That is so cool.
Thank you
At
all.
this time. See, you've found the right. You've hit your stride now. This is the time to come on live for sure.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Will Varela, my son, guitar hack. My son plays classical violin. When he was 9 years old, during a school show, he shocked his mom by playing Led Zeppelin on the violin. That's my kind of kid right there. That's awesome. Here's a question for you, Marsman. Is CGS familiar with George Kooymans of Golden Earring?
I'm familiar with Golden Earring only because of Radar Love, isn't it? Is it Radar Love? Yeah. So only from that, because I used to play that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I love that song, and I can't honestly recall any other Golden Earring numbers, but I probably would know a few more. Hey,
that's the only one I know as well.
Well, I'm in good company.
I only know that one, yeah. Hey, old Blue Wind is here. Welcome.
Hey,
I'm going to take this time, Mike, as I say this on all of my shows. We got a fantastic community in here. Let's all support each other. We got some fantastic channels in here. If you haven't subbed people in his channel, you should. If you haven't subbed China Mike, and I have his link in the cards and I have his link below, please do that. If you haven't subbed Guitar Hack, please sub Guitar Hack. My link is also I got or the YouTube or Facebook, Instagram. I got everything below. So yeah, check that out. And also, I need to mention this. I am wearing a Guitar Hack shirt. I have a link to merch below. I sell all the proceeds to the to support the Canadian Cancer Society. So if anyone's interested in T-shirts, mugs, hoodies, stickers, I got all kinds of stuff, and all proceeds go to the Canadian Cancer Society.
Good on you, man. Good on you, man. That's a good thing to do. Well done. Very impressive stuff.
Well, there's a lot of reasons behind that, which I will not get into right now. But anyway.
No, okay.
Guitar Hack, has CGS ever tried Friedman's? There's a good question for you. That's from Brian Cote.
That was a quick answer, wasn't it? Nope. I haven't. I'd love to. Really would love to. But no, I don't know that we get a great deal of them over here. Not that I've seen anyway. So it might be lack of access. But yeah, would really like to try one. Again, my buddy Robert Baker was playing his earlier on, and I'm looking at it thinking, wow, man, that looks really nice. Really, really nice. So I just want to say a quick hello to my buddy Dale Palmer, who I didn't notice was in. Really good to see you here, Dale.
Yeah, welcome. And we'll get some new names in here. Shigamat, welcome.
Oh, that's my bass player.
Hi, how are you? He's asking what your favorite strings are.
The ones that you haven't broken.
There you go. Joshua Garcia, there's a new name. Welcome. Well, we got some new names in here.
Yeah.
Ron Limber is here. Welcome. Man, it just keeps growing.
That's cool. It's all good, man. It's all good. That's what we like. I saw a couple of questions. Oh, man. Can't find it now.
While you're looking, I'm just going to make a comment here. AVH and Gear TV Network can't wait for Nocturnal's Guitar Hack. Going to look sweet on her. Yeah, EVH and Gear TV was nice enough to support. He got me over. I was hovering around $300 US in sales, and he put me over. So I want to thank him again for that. That's much appreciated, my friend.
Awesome. BV was asking a little while back. Oh, Brian, I'm really sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, that really, it sucks, doesn't it? It really does suck, buddy.
Yeah, one of the reasons I do it.
Yeah, for sure. I think we've all been touched by it at some point or another, either personally through having it or knowing someone that we've lost from it. So, yeah, it's a nasty disease. I just saw back there BV Ninja, and I wanted to say a thank you again to BV, because although I met him out at GitCon, he put me back in touch with Joss, and that's how come I got a video with Joss Allen. And
Cool.
and it's really good to be in touch with him. He's a lovely, lovely dude, and he'll be coming back and doing some more on the sofa, coffee and hang and chill. So
yeah, that's cool. That idea of having people come over. That's awesome.
yeah, well, the thing is, I just figured that everybody does the usual, and so like with Joss, I didn't ask him about his speed picking and his fast play, and I thought, no, let's just chill out and hang and have a coffee and talk about him, and it's just really nice, just something different, hey?
Yeah, yeah. Somebody had a question. Jason, wait, I'm still recovering from the weekend. I don't think I'll be playing. I might pick up a guitar today. I'm still recovering. Hugh Caldwell, welcome. There's a new name for me.
Hey, Hugh. Good to see you, man.
Yeah. Buck Lester, Guitar Hack. Will there be a Indonesian guitar skeptic?
That's a bit of a mouthful, man. I think I'll stick with China.
Funny.
Look, be my guest. Go ahead, do it. You know that you could join us Far Easterns, because you've got the samurai guitarist, China guitar skeptic. So you could be the Indonesian guitar skeptic.
I gotta cover all nations. Yeah.
Yeah.
Liber was asking, what pickups are your favorites?
Oh, well, when I've built guitars or when I've done guitars up in the old days, I used to go for Damasio, PAF Pros. Now I'm a very, very big Iron Gear fan. So I like the Tesla Sharks and the Blues engines. I really quite like also some of the Entwhistles. I like the HDNs. The Dark Stars are a little bit too punchy for me. You really need to back them out through the back of the guitar so that they're not overblown. So yeah, loads and loads of different. But later on this week, one evening this week, I've got Alex Green coming over to install a set of his Chameleon pickups. Now, these are, I did a demo on, or I did a little story about him on my channel last summer, and he's coming over to put a set in one of the Milton guitars, one of the blue ones, because I got a pair of each, so I got 3 pairs. I got a purple pair, a blue pair was number 2, and the pink pair was number 3. And the number 2 guitars I really liked, and the other one of the number 2s, the pickups were never connected. That's how good it is from China sometimes, folks. You're paying through the nose for a pair of prototypes to see how they compare. And in one of them, they didn't even connect the pickups. So he's coming over to do that, and that'll be coming out. But those Chameleon pickups are absolutely incredible. I don't know did you see the video? If not, it's worth checking out, man.
Chameleon pickups.
Yeah, they're Alex Green, Algree pickups. He's a little boutique maker over here in the UK,
Okay.
and I did a show with him. Oh, bye, Amanda. Great to see you.
Take care, Amanda.
Take care, my dear. Have a good one.
There's a question here, Guitar Hack. Does China still play the vintage Lemon Drop? May have missed this. I came in late. Oh, he's gonna get it, so that would be a yes.
She's on the rack, but not for much longer, because this one, and to be fair, I'm quite happy with it because I'm not a big fan of the relicking, as I've said on all the videos. This one was just a loaner because everybody kept saying to me, you got to try out a vintage guitar, you got to try out a vintage guitar. So my good buddy Ben at JHS hooked me up with this, and it was always a loaner, so this one will be going back, but I have it out on the rack at the minute, and I am playing it.
That's good. That's cool. I missed something here.
Oh, bless you, Amanda. Take care.
Okay. Thoughts and prayers, Brian Stewart. Thoughts and prayers, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's terrible, and it's difficult to know what to say. The only thing that there's no comfort, but there's so many people that are in the same boat. I lost my nan to cancer, and you know, we were thick as thieves. She was 83 and I was 24, but we were like two kids together, and I miss her every day, and I think about her every day. And that's the thing, all the time you remember the people we've lost. They're never gone because they live on with you. So keep thinking about them, and it does get easier after time. You never gets easier in that you forget it, but it gets easier to bear, and you remember the good times rather than the loss.
Yeah, well, that's how you keep their memory alive, right?
For sure, for sure.
It's in your thoughts, and they always pop up.
Yeah, my buddy Sugar Matt is still here, and he's saying the chameleon pickups are awesome. Yeah, you watched that video, and yeah, they're a great set of pickups, and we're going to get a set in the Milton Bluey, so that'll be cool. What's my favorite Harley Benton? Oh, now do you know? Guitar Hack, can you ask Mike what the Red Beatles album is? That's very simple. That's 1962 to 1964. And it starts with Love Me Do, followed by Please Please Me, followed by From Me to You, followed by oh man, that never came off the record player. You've got to check it out, Brad Miller. If you haven't heard it, you've got to check it out. Yeah. Sorry, anyway, going back. Oh, thanks, Lazar Guitar. Yeah, man, it's a bugger. Cancer is a bugger. Favorite Harley Benton was the SC 450 until I got sent the two most recent ones, and now it really is a toss-up between the 550 and the CST 24. And I think just because it's so beautiful, I'll get it out. I think I'm going to go CST 24. I absolutely love this guitar. It's just a beautiful.
That is very nice.
And with the F cut in it as well, and the hollow top, it does have a certain resonance about it. I don't know if you'll be able to. Can you hear how?
Yeah.
Still going. I mean, that really. Are we going to do a Spinal Tap here now? I'm not even going to play it. Can you hear that? Can you hear? Yeah. No, but this is a really nice guitar, and I love the fact that it's all front loaded as well. So, you know, the back is
no plate. Yeah.
Yeah, no plate, no nothing, and it's just a beautiful guitar. And a lot of people have pointed this out, and I kind of get it and kind of agree, which is that they did know that they were sending me this one and also the SC 550, so they did come absolutely beautifully set up. Ben's off now as well. Ben, have a good rehearsal, man. Have a good night.
Have fun, Ben. Take care, man.
Lovely to see you in here. Thanks for being on my my premiere earlier as well, man.
And Pete Hickson popped in. Hey, Pete, how are you?
Hey, Pete. Yeah, so this is, I'm going to say this one for now, although I did like that HB35 that Pete won when I did the giveaway. That was nice as well. Do you know, hang on, let me put this back because it's heavy.
Go ahead. Yeah, you've got quite an arrangement of instruments there, man.
Oh man, these are just the ones that I've been reviewing most recently. So I got out. There's the still got the Torero out. I don't know if you can actually see them all from there. Actually, there you go. I've got.
Yeah, you cut the rest.
So working from one end to the other. I've got that little Harley Benton travel guitar, GS Mini, is absolutely lovely. Then you've got the CST 24 that they sent me that I've just shown you. I did a video recently on the Torero, SE Torero, the PRS. After that, you've got the Harley Benton Green CST24, which again was another guitar I really, really liked. And that's out with the fake PRS, second one, Tiger, the orange one, because I was doing a video with Dave Barlow some time ago with those, and we played those together. So they're still out. Then you've got the Brian May guitar I've just done a demo on. You've then got all 4 of the guitars that I did the Chibson Killers video on recently, which really, really knocked it out of the park. So all of those 4 are out for that. And actually, I've got another one at the moment that my godson has sent me or brought round tonight for me to set up. And I'll give you a little look at that in just a second. But after those 4 is also the other Chibson, the custom, the purple one is out. I'm surprised nobody's mentioned it because they mention it on all the live streams. And that is the Partacaster is still out because I'm waiting to get round to rubbing that down so that I can respray it, because that build has been going on for 4 years.
Oh man,
yeah. Yeah, and then finally 2 of the Milton prototypes on the end, literally because they never go away. But it's a small part of too many guitars. I've got way too many guitars. But at the same time, I did say to my wife when she said the other day, how many more guitars do you need? And I said, well, when I drop dead, go out and count up the number of guitars I've got. And I needed 1 more.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the universal rule. You always need 1 more.
Always need 1 more guitar. But a lot of those are going away, and they'll get put back into storage because I'm currently doing a whole series of videos on my own collection, you know, proper guitars, not the Chinese. I nearly said nonsense then, but I will say the Chinese nonsense that I've been reviewing on the channel, they're not all nonsense. Some of them are really, really good, but not the fakes, obviously. But some of the, you know, the Harley Bentons are fantastic value. Really am very... Yeah. I enjoy playing them as well. I really honestly enjoy playing them. And that's probably why they've still stayed out here, because I still pick them up.
From all indications, I mean, I remember asking Shane outright, I go, are these things the real deal? And he's, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, certainly. Yeah. I know that some people, and I always like to sort of balance the argument, because I think it's important to be balanced about everything. And I know there will be people that have had bad experience with Harley Benton, and there's a lot of people that say to me, you know, obviously you've been sent these guitars, but it's actually only the last 2 that I was sent that they knew they were sending them to me, and I had 8 Harley Bentons before the 2 that were sent to me, and I didn't have a problem with any of them. So I can only be honest about what I've had, and I find them incredible value, and they're
sure.
Yeah,
what you get for the money, yeah, there's no question. Yeah,
and every one of them's been a player. I've never found one with the biggest issue that I worry about with the Chinese ones, which is that they come with the bridge in the wrong place for the scale length, because then you're never going to get it to intonate.
It's a done deal. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a wall hanger, as they call it.
Yeah. H&K is leaving. Take care, H&K. Thanks for popping in.
Cheers, brother.
Thanks, Jason, for posting that. Yeah, I want to thank everyone in the chat. We got a lot of people in here that supported the Rock Off Cancer cause. Thank you all so much. Yeah, Will Varela, Guitar Hack. You need guitars like women need more shoes. Comments like that get you in trouble, my friend.
Love it.
Let's see. There was something else.
Jason, cool dude. Jason Wade, you're a cool dude.
Jason Wade's awesome. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. I have a Beauty PRS C22 that was once owned briefly by Chan Kinchla from Blues Traveler, Guitar Hack, Stellar Axe. Had a Torero as well, PRS, MGs, and a Floyd.
Nice.
That sounds sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
and there was a name in here that I missed. If I haven't said hello, I think George Badar. There he is. Welcome. If I haven't said hello to you, how are you, George? Nice to have you in here.
Hey, George.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, if I was to say that you are a PRS guy,
Oh, you'd be right.
I'd be right. Okay.
Yeah, I absolutely
I
love.
haven't seen any Gibsons.
There was one that got away. You know, there's only ever been one guitar that I had for a very short amount of time. And other than this one guitar, I don't recall ever selling a guitar. But I had for the briefest of times, a cherry, sort of a dark cherry Les Paul Studio.
Mm-hmm.
But it was heavy as heck.
Yes.
And it came at a time when I was a little bit strapped for cash. And so it's the only one that I can recall that I've ever sold. Every other guitar that's come through my hands and gone away, I've either given away, or in the case of one of the guitars I built, lent it in return for a keyboard and never got it back. And actually it's one that got away that I would really like to get back, because I built the body myself out of an old bar top, and the neck was a Westone Pantera graphite neck, and that thing had just one pickup in it, a la the Phil X, and it was a Damasio PAF Pro, and that was one heck of a guitar. So if anybody ever finds it was French polished, it was a Jackson Soloist style body. It had a black Floyd Rose, a black Damasio PAF Pro, a black Westone Pantera neck, and most unusually, because it was with the Pantera neck for some reason, it had a Kailyn locking nut. So it's really unique. And I think from memory, I put a set of Schaller tuners on it. So if anybody ever sees a guitar like that with one pickup, just a volume pot, a la Nuno Betancourt at the time, shout me, because I've been trying to find that guitar for years. I lent it to an old bass player buddy, and he then sort of went off on tour and did really well for himself for a while. And I think he lent it to somebody else in return for probably something he smoked or stuffed up his nose. And, and we never saw it back. But yeah, she's called Bastard, but it wasn't written on her. But I built that, if anybody finds it. And if anybody does find it and buys it, they won't want to give it up because it played like butter.
Yeah, it sounds like a total rock machine.
Yeah, so there was that and the studio. So that was the only true Gibson I ever had, and it was with me for a matter of weeks, not even months. I think I had it for 3 weeks, and I bought it, thought this is too heavy for me. I don't really want to stand up at a gig all night with it, and I sold it.
Yeah, well, I stood up with that for 2 nights, 7 hours of playing.
And now you've got bigger back muscles than stomach muscles, yeah?
So, I don't know, because they sell like the thin-bodied Gibsons, the Les Paul Les, they call them, and
yeah.
You know what? There's something about that mass that if it's not there, it doesn't feel right. Like as much as you are a PRS guy, I'm a total Gibson guy.
Brian Stewart's just made a really good comment, and I think I agree. Number one, because I adore that, and number two, because another Harley Benton that oh, cheers, Matt. Take care. I think I'm seeing you tomorrow night, mate. Look forward to it.
Thanks
Beer and a jam, maybe. Come over and we'll crack open a couple of bottles and get the guitars out. Yeah, I do need an SG. I think I'd like to get a Gibson SG. I really would. So.
They're great.
Yeah, I was going to show you the Epiphone, wasn't I? Let me go and get this Epiphone that my godson's brought over tonight for me to fix up. Won't be a mo.
And I'll take this time to thank EVH and Gear TV Network. Appreciate you enjoying the content, my friend. Thanks so much. Hey, Zach Thong is here. Welcome, Zach. Gary Davlin. Thanks for coming in. Thank you all, everybody, for being here. This is really, really good, really fun. Thank you all so much.
So I'm going to do a couple of videos on this soon. Probably one doing a setup on it, and another one because so many people have said to me, "Huh?
Got a nice top on it."
That's beautiful, really beautiful,
Yeah,
lovely blue top on this.
very nice.
Really nice. I'm not a big fan of pick guards, as you probably are aware. I've taken them off of all of mine, but I won't be doing that with his because it's not my guitar. This has got a really nice D-profiled neck. I don't know if you can catch that in the light.
60 slim taper. Is
Yeah,
it?
it is. It kind of goes from, I would say, like a 60s at the heel, a C shape, and it tapers down really thin into a D shape at the nut. So
do you know what year that is?
I don't know whether you can tell from the serial numbers on.
I wouldn't know for an Epiphone, but if that guitar is, I would say within the last 3 or 4 years,
Yeah,
they were doing something called an asymmetrical neck. So so do you find that the higher, like it kind of flattens out on the higher strings as you, like it tapers?
do you know that's difficult to say, but it may. Yeah, it could well be that it's slightly higher on the on the bass side than the treble side. On the
It's supposed to be more ergonomic. I have a guitar with that neck profile. The 2016 standards came with that neck profile.
Yeah, well, it sure feels nice to play. I have to say, it's I've had a little noodle on it. He's broken off the top E, but I'm going to do a bit of a setup on this. I don't know whether or not I will. Just let me go and pop it back because it's not that heavy, but it's I don't want to dent his guitar, and I'm notorious for dropping the bloody things.
All right.
So yeah, I haven't made a decision yet whether I'll film and do a video on the setup, because I've done quite a few setups on the channel. But what a lot of people asked me to do when I did that Chips and Killers video that went absolutely AWOL, was a lot of comments said, why did you never check out an Epi as a comparison? So while I've got it here, I think that I will do a video comparing the that guitar to the Chibson, because then I can give my honest opinion over what it sounds like and what it feels like to play. But first impressions, really like that neck profile, even though I'm more of a baseball bat type player these days.
Yeah. Guitar Hack picture and sound are really good today, brother. That's thanks to you, Jason Wade. Jason Wade helped me out with this new setup, so I got to give him props. He's my IT guy, as among other things.
He's definitely a cool dude, that's for sure.
Awesome. Guitar Pit.
Poo Ninja says, is this a new service? Relics by CGS. Yeah, send me a guitar for a setup and you'll get it back relic, because I drop everything.
Yeah, and it's free. Guitar Hack, you ever miss with that string button? No, I've never messed with the string butler. Have you ever played around with one of those things, Mike?
No, I haven't.
The string butler.
No.
Okay, we're at 5:38. We're like an hour and 38 minutes in.
Gee, man.
So if anyone's got any last minute questions, pop them in. And I'm going to let Mike go here in a minute.
Bless you, man.
Guitar Hack, ask China if he's tried the Harley Benton T-style, the Telly. I'm looking at the lefty for my nephew.
I haven't yet. They are meant to be sending me one of the Fusion guitars soon, and they've kind of intimated that they would like me to continue demoing some more in the future. So I'd love to try a Telly style, because obviously the 2 or 3 prototypes that I was going for were T-style bodies. So yeah, and I like a Telly. So yeah, I might give one a go. But all I can say, Brian, is that all of the Harleys that I've tried have been really good value. I've touched wood. I've not had any issues with them, man. None at all.
Yeah, I think at this point, you know, the word is getting out that they are the real thing. I mean, you're
They're
not
definitely the real deal. I promise you that all the ones I've tried, before they knew it was me they were sending them to, and especially afterwards, yeah, I've not had a bad one. BV Ninja's going.
okay. Thanks for coming, BB. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, man. Really good to see you. It is getting that time. Do you know it's 20 to 10 over here, and it feels like I've only been on 5 minutes with you. You did this to me last time, you devil. I just have such a good time with you.
Oh, it's like I said, man. It's always fun. Like when I look down and I see that an hour has gone by, and it's like we've been on 5 minutes. You know that things are going well.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
You know that things are going well. Okay, Lars Guitar, really great show. Thank you so much, Lars Guitar. BV Ninja, salut, and good night, my friend. Okay, I think at this point we're gonna wrap it up. So I want to thank Mike, Chinaguitarsceptic, for coming on again. This again, as always, a blast. Always a lot of fun to have you on. Is there anything you wanted to mention before we wrap it up?
Just a big thank you to you, my friend. It's always a joy to come and see you and have a chat, and just my very best to everybody out there. And thanks again to everybody that supports the guitar community. I said it on the end of my video when I unboxed that thing, but that is due to this community, that guitar. And it's just lovely to be part of this. It really is. And thank you for having me on.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Thank you for coming on. This was fantastic.
It's a joy. It's a joy. Anytime, my friend.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, I want to thank, as Mike said, I want to thank everyone for coming in. You guys, as usual, are fantastic, and gals. Thank you all so much for popping in. And yeah, I've got links to, if you're not a sub of China Guitar Mike, I've got his link below. Please like this video if you enjoyed what you saw. Please subscribe to Guitar Hack if you're not already a sub. Appreciate that. Again, I got the link for the merch for cancer. So, you know, if you're interested in that, you know, check it out. And we'll see you all on Thursday at 7 p.m. on my regular solo show. So have a great week, folks. Thanks y'all so much for popping in, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.
Take care, everybody.